My Facebook page has been deleted. No, I wasn't hacked. I deleted my Facebook account today. Before I get into why, let me give you a quick overview of my experience with Facebook. A few years ago, I stopped using my personal Facebook page, and I removed my posts and photos and all that kind of stuff from my profile. But I had kept my account active because I wanted to be able to still have a Facebook fan page for my art, and I also wanted to stay in contact with people I know. I had spent many hours adding my artwork to galleries and adding titles, and there were lots of great comments on my artwork, so that fan page had some value. And I also kind of felt like I needed to have a Facebook page. Like, everyone has a Facebook page, businesses have Facebook pages, artists have Facebook pages, individuals have Facebook pages. So if I want to be successful, I have to have one too, right? It doesn't hurt to have one, even if it's just superficial. But before all of that, at the peak of my Facebook usage, I was using Facebook constantly, and it was mostly to promote my artwork, but I also relied on it for social gatherings and communication with friends and family. Even after I stopped posting to my personal page, I still found myself using Facebook, and I'd check the app numerous times a day for short bursts of time. I knew that it was a habit, but it honestly took some time for me to finally realize that it's a habit that I needed to kick. What prompted me to delete my Facebook account is a series of scandals that Facebook is involved in, but also the self-realization that Facebook does more harm than good for my business and for my personal life. So here's a few key factors that pushed me over the edge. We all know that Facebook sells users public data, but Facebook has also been caught giving third parties access to users' private data. Another concern is that Facebook owns the content that one posts to their platform, or in other words, you've granted Facebook the right to use your artwork if you uploaded it to Facebook. That's to be expected, but what's concerning is how that data that you upload to Facebook is used, especially when it's being used improperly or in a way that you did not consent to. If it's not bad enough that Facebook is misusing your data, hackers have also broken into Facebook, I don't know how many times now, but a lot of times, and they've downloaded a lot of people's personal information, their photos, and all kinds of stuff. And so there's a lot of people out there who might have stuff that's private that's not actually private now because someone else has access to it. And then we get into some of the political stuff. For example, Facebook has aided in the spreading of propaganda and makes a profit from it, and Facebook is complicit in undermining democracy and elections around the world. There's also the negative emotional aspects of Facebook. For example, Facebook is engineered to be highly addictive. If you feel like you can't stop using Facebook and you can't imagine how you'd get along without Facebook, then you're addicted. Facebook makes you less social in real life, and it has distorted what it even means to be social. Facebook even gives some people anxiety and lowers their self-esteem. It also irritates me that I'm being exploited by Facebook so that they can make a profit. For example, we all know that Facebook is aggressively showing tons of ads that you can't disable and you can't block, and it's like every other post in your feed now is an ad about something. Well, how do they know how to show you a bed or salsa or a toothbrush? Well, they can mine your data on your phone or on your browser and see what you search for and listen to what you talk about and see what you text about, and that's how they know what to show you ads for. But they can also sell that information to third parties. And from a productivity standpoint, even if Facebook usage is eating up just a little bit of time each day, that's time that could be invested into more productive or more profitable tasks. But really, the number one reason why I deleted my Facebook account is because I felt like I couldn't delete it, and it was hard to get rid of. I'm thinking, gee, let's come up with all these different excuses why I can't delete my Facebook account, and so I guess I can't do it. Well, life went on without Facebook before it existed, and we all got along just fine. I don't need it, you don't need it, nobody really needs it, and when it's gone, and we'll forget all about it, just like MySpace and just like every other fad before that. And I know there's some of you out there who are going to comment and say, well, why delete Facebook and then still have YouTube and all these other social media accounts? I realize it's not just Facebook. I could apply a lot of what I said to other social media platforms. But for me personally, I have to consider what's worth it. I have to weigh out the good and the bad. And on my channel, I'm helping a lot of people learn about art. And so, it's worth it to me to be able to endure some of those things that I don't necessarily agree with. Facebook, on the other hand, that's a whole different thing. So to me, it's apples and oranges. They have some similarities. They're both fruit, but they're not quite exactly the same in how I feel about them. Now, there's some things that I lost by deleting my Facebook account, in addition to just my ability to post to Facebook. I had over 1,000 followers on my fan page. That's not a ton of followers, but that's also not a small amount of followers. So now those fans don't get to follow me on Facebook. I don't get to engage with them. I'm losing out on that. I definitely feel the hurt there, but again, I have to kind of weigh things out. I did also get occasional sales for my courses that I'll now be missing out on, and of course additional views on my videos that I shared on Facebook. And I also lost some time that I'll have to spend removing all the Facebook links and different widgets and stuff that I've put up on the internet. Those are going to link to nothing now. But fortunately, TubeBuddy's bulk edit feature made it really easy to go through all of my YouTube videos automatically and remove my Facebook links like that. I'll put a link to TubeBuddy in the description of this video because it's very helpful. But more importantly, I'm going to miss seeing what my friends and my family post on Facebook. It's nice to be able to see what people are doing. I think that's the reason why a lot of people want to keep Facebook. But I'm also looking forward to going back to communicating the old-fashioned way by sharing updates with people in person or at least on the phone. Now, it wasn't all loss. I was able to salvage some things. For example, Facebook does make it very easy for you to download all of your data. That includes comments and photos and videos. Basically, you're downloading a mini offline Facebook that's all of the stuff that was on your profile. So I was able to get my artwork galleries from my fan page, which I relied on heavily to remember dates and titles of my work, and included were the comments for each image. So essentially nothing was lost when I deleted my account. So now that I don't have a Facebook account, what am I going to do with all of my time? Well, whatever I want, because I've just reclaimed hours of time that have been lost ever since I created a Facebook account. But more specifically, I've taken up learning some more Spanish. I plan to study art and to read books whenever I feel like I need something to occupy my time. And this whole experience has been important for me because I've learned that I need to be more cautious with how I share my personal information online as it pertains to social media. After all that's happened in the last couple of years, I'm much more skeptical about what I read online in regards to shared posts and articles and videos and comments. Social media is now more than ever being used as a tool to manipulate us in so many different ways, and it's crucial that we're able to get some control over that and be more clear-headed when we interact with platforms like Facebook and YouTube. So there you go. Now you know why I've deleted my Facebook account. If you were one of my fans on my Facebook fan page, I'm very sorry, but I hope that you'll follow me elsewhere. If you deleted your Facebook account, comment below and let us know why. And if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.